welcome back. I know you guys have missed our faces, but that's okay, we're back. We took a break because, you know, life caught up and we didn't forget about you guys. It's just that we didn't really have time or anything like that. But now we're back. Hopefully we will be back. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode.
We also realized that we said last time that there would be a guest. But this was a very spontaneous decision to film another video.
Yeah, because we actually thought about you guys. We were like, fuck. It is a very spontaneous video. Because we missed you guys. We were like, why not film today, you know? And talk about life.
So this episode is going to feature around... Actually, wait. We know we've touched on it before, like mental health and stuff like that in our previous video. But because it is such an important topic and because there is so much to dive into, we thought we could center a whole episode around it. So this episode is going to center around like the...
It's more about life.
Laugh. Okay. the ugly side of mental health and like the ugly side of life and like what you can do to like get through it and
I know
like, just the whole ride.
Yeah. I know like we're just two teenage girls who are not therapists or anything. We're not trying to be your therapist. We're just basically talking to guys, basically saying you're not alone. That's what this video is basically about. Because sometimes in life, like you feel alone. Like I feel alone a lot, and like everything I go through, I feel like I'm alone, and it's just a feeling. So we had to remind you that you're not alone. So, like I said previously, like we literally, you guys. The only reason why we're talking about this is because we just want to like basically not share our personal life experiences with you because trauma, but like we're not going like into our personal life. We're just talking about like things that we go through that we know most of you go through,
and also what we learned from it, or what we are learning from it.
Yeah.
What we're learning from it, because we're still going through that stuff and we're still trying to figure out who we are.
Yeah.
Oh, we are learning every day because it's obviously things that we still go through and we're still figuring out who we are day by day. So,
and trying to learn how to get through each battle each day, you know, like just shit that we all go through that you might think you're the only one who goes through it, you know, and best believe it, you're not. I mean, like take it as a good sign though, because like it's shit having a feeling
of you being alone.
Yeah.
And to know that you're not is a great comfort. So starting from when you're a kid, right, there's obviously things that are in your environment that shape who you are today and how you cope with things and whatever. And one of those things are parents. Parents play a huge part in who you are today and how you cope today and everything regarding who you are. So I would say one of the main things that affects kids' mental health in regards to parents is the pressure to
who they want you to be.
Yeah, the pressure to excel, the pressure to be like shaped into who they want you to be, the pressure to do great. And obviously sometimes it will come out of love, but it is also something that can damage your perspective on yourself and stuff like that. And if you aren't exceeding a certain point, then you can feel kind of shit about yourself and you can doubt who you are.
The thing is with like a lot of our parents, like they grew up way differently than us, and obviously in today's generation and their generation completely different. Like I feel like with teenagers nowadays or whatever have more pressure on us. That doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, we have more pressure on us.
Yeah, there's more pressure on us than they were on them. Okay, I don't actually want to say that because I never experienced like their times and stuff, but like when you think about it, like our parents, when they were like 20, they already had their house. They had their life fucking sorted.
Yes.
I haven't met a 20-year-old that has a house or anything like that.
But also, nowadays, because there's social media around and there's so much technology around, it's almost as if we should... there's more pressure on us to cope with things easier because there's social media and things like that, if that makes sense.
What?
Because we have it so easy now, we shouldn't be struggling or be going through difficulties, but it's
opposite.
Yeah.
Like,
if anything, social media has made it worse.
Oh yeah, social media has a massive impact on.
Because you have these expectations on what you have to like put out into the world.
Yeah, that's why I hate social media. Like I love it, but I also hate it because you're just constantly seeing everyone's lives, right? And people doing this, people doing that, and you just look at yourself and you're like,
should I be doing that? I don't know.
Like,
am I doing
falling
something wrong?
behind in life?
Yeah.
One thing I like learned with social media. No, one thing I've learned in life and still am learning is that life doesn't have a time frame. You know, like if you're not successful by 25, that's okay. Doesn't mean you're like falling behind in life. The most as you guys know already, like the most successful people probably only became successful much later in their life, you know. So if you're not successful by the age of 25, let's say, sorry, that doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just because other people on your social media or people around you are succeeding doesn't mean you're not going to.
Yeah.
And that's like what a lot of us think, like you see like your age group and you're like, shit, like they're doing this, they're doing that, they're earning that, they have this, I don't have that, or whatever, and then you like compare yourself and you make yourself feel shit. That's what I do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like comparing myself to other people, but like in deep inside I'm like,
and also
must be
it's
nice.
important to take into account that different people grow up with different environments and opportunities and things like that, where like the kid across the street could grow up with like rich ass parents who gave him everything, and obviously that exactly, like you could see like a kid right now, like our age, let's say, and they have like a nice fancy car, they have a nice job. It's probably because maybe, you don't know, their parents must have given it to them. Yeah, and that's obviously going to put them a step forward
Exactly.
in life. Whereas like the
that's why
kid
you must
who
never judge yourself or compare yourself to.
Whereas like the kid who grew up in poverty and stuff like that, he's not going to get the same opportunities that
He's
rich
gonna have
kid
to
did.
work from the bottom.
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah.
So that's
And
why,
that might put him at a different his success might come at a later stage in life.
Exactly.
So it's important to take into account.
and he could
the
end up being more
difference.
successful, you know.
Oh my god.
You never know. Just don't give up, guys. Now talking back on more of the topic of life. Lately, like, I don't know why, but I just feel like lately a lot of people have just been, I don't know, like just the atmosphere, I don't know if it's just me, could just be me, have just been like down. I don't know, I just feel like the atmosphere lately has just been very dull. I don't know if it's just me, or it's because my mood's been very dull, or if it's like, but I don't know, I just feel like people that I have spoken to, like, they've also been like, oh no, like lately I've just like not been feeling myself lately, you know, like,
Yeah.
that's why I like, and you know the one thing that annoys me, right, is that when I'm not in a good headspace, right, which is like often-ish, not really, like I go through my phases, but, so I have to laugh the pain off. When I find myself in a not the best headspace, I'm very demotivated, I procrastinate a shit ton, and all this cuck, and then people around you are like, because they don't say like directly to you, but I can feel like the atmosphere, and you also feel with yourself that you're being lazy. And like I hate it when people call people lazy.
Yes,
Like,
that's a big thing.
yeah, like, just saying someone's just coming up to you, right, and they're saying, yo, you've been so lazy lately. Like, it actually hurts.
Because it's not like,
It's not me being lazy, it's just me not being in the best headspace. And when I'm not in the best headspace, I'm not motivated to do anything. I don't want to do work, I don't want to work out, I don't want to do anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
that was literally me last week. Like, I was meant to start doing my work, but I literally had no motivation. My head was all over the place. I was just not feeling myself. So like, in return for that, it makes me not want to work or do anything. And plus, it makes me not want to be with other people. Like, I literally didn't want to be with anyone. I wanted to be by myself. And like, you isolate yourself, you know, like you don't even want to talk to anyone on like WhatsApp or whatever. That's how, like,
yes, when you're in a bad headspace, all you want to do is just put your phone away.
and be by yourself
Yeah.
and just literally not do anything, like just watch movies or whatever, like distract yourself, whatever distracts your mind without like actually going on social media and stuff, because it just makes you feel more cuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hate when people call you lazy when you're not in a good headspace. Like, it's fine to be lazy, like you have a reason behind it, you know. And like sometimes people want to be lazy, like if you don't want to do anything that day and you want to take a day off, take a day off. Don't feel bad for yourself and be like, oh my god, if I don't do work today, I'm gonna be so behind. So what? Like, your mental health comes before anything else.
And everyone is entitled to those off days.
Exactly. And
So-
as many of you want, like, obviously you can't like fall behind so much, but like mental health is a priority. And because a lot of people like struggle with a lot of things, it's important to have those days off. Because at the end, because when I'm in a better like headspace and stuff, then I'll work. I'll get my
Yes.
work done, like I can literally do one of my time. It's like in a day. It's like when I'm in that headspace, I can do it. But when I'm not, I literally
Yeah.
it's a no-go. Like, I don't even try. I'm just like,
And the same goes towards like your friend, when you're talking to your friends in like a bad headspace and stuff like that, like you understand that they're there for you, but in the moment you really don't want to talk to them. Well,
Yeah.
it's not them in particular, but it's just people in general, to
in
be
general.
honest.
And like, you should find those friends that understand that, because like but Kayla and I, like the other day I literally said to Kayla, I was like, I really don't feel like talking, and she understands that. She didn't bug me. She didn't like kept saying like, what's wrong, you know, like, even though she knows like everything that's happening in my life,
Yeah.
she
'cause
wasn't bugging me.
It's because I also know how Alex works. When she's in a bad headspace, she likes to be alone and she likes to put her phone off, and she doesn't
Exactly.
want to be, like, she doesn't want to be speaking to people about it, really. So she'll put off her phone and then she'll start watching something or whatever to get her
Yeah.
mind off of it.
And like, that's why you need to find like friends that actually understand that, not like be like, oh no, like you're not speaking to me today, like what the fuck, like,
Yeah.
and then like they take it personally.
Yeah,
like
it's
friends
not
shouldn't take it
personal.
it's not personal at all. And like, that should count with for anyone, even with like your boyfriend and your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your siblings.
And parents are the hardest ones to understand that, though.
Yeah.
Because even, say you're in like a bad headspace just because of no reason, just because you feel like shit, right? Parents always think that there has to be a reason. They will bug you about it.
They're like, what's the reason? I'm like,
Oh my
I
God.
literally- there's-
Oh my god.
sometimes there's no reason.
Yes.
It's just life. What else must I say?
And you're just in that headspace because you're just in that headspace.
And but the one thing that I find really cool, okay, not cool, but like really amazing, is that like, I know with my mom, even if I haven't told her that I'm upset, she knows that I'm upset. Like, she can
Yes.
sense that shit. She's like, I know you're upset, what's wrong? I'm just like, how the fuck do you know?
My mom does the same sometimes.
Like, they
if my
know.
face is like a certain way, like, or like whatever, my mom's like, what happened?
No, these parents like, no.
like-
I'm just like,
I'm like, okay.
do you have like a
radar?
sensory or something? Yeah,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? But yeah, what was I saying?
How important it is to have friends who understand when you.
Yeah,
wanna say
so just
something.
like on that topic, like, just make sure you're also surrounded by the right people.
Yes.
Like, and you should also, obviously not with like all your friends and stuff, but like you should have like those people in your life. Even, it doesn't actually even have to be friends. It can be your brother, it can be your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, whatever. Just someone that you can talk to if you need to.
Yeah.
Because it's not good bottling up all your emotions. Because I used to do that. I still do. Like,
ranting about it, like it's not gonna take everything away, but it does
it gets
help.
like a
a
weight
shit
off your
ton.
shoulder.
Yeah.
At least like have that one person. Like, Kayla and I have each other, like we'll literally tell each other everything, but like not, I won't tell everyone else like everything into detail.
Yeah.
Like, there's like something I really want to take on my mind, but like I don't want to tell other people, I don't want to get into it.
Yes.
Because the more you talk about it as well, the more.
Oh, also another thing, right? If you're in a bad headspace and you're telling a friend, you're talking to a friend, okay, and they give you advice, and they don't take your advice, do not get upset with them.
Yeah.
Because I hate it when people get upset with them. If they want to take your advice, then they will. If they don't, then respect that decision. But
You're basically just there, an ear to listen.
yeah, you're there to support them, and you're there to say, okay, you know what, I'm here for you, or whatever.
You know what? I read a quote,
Mm-hmm.
and I found it was a quote saying like, my girlfriend said to me that I can't help you through everything, but I can love you through everything. And I read that and I was like,
That's kind of deep. I actually like that.
like that's very true. Like, you can't help someone through everything.
You
like,
can't.
you really can't, but you can be there for them and support them.
And you can let them know that you're there for them.
Exactly. Like, even if like I want to talk to Kayla about something, but I know she can't help me whatsoever, it's just so nice to
Get
tell
it
her
out.
about it and like, you know, just get it out. Because if you get something out off your shoulder, you're gonna feel like, you won't feel like better, but you'll feel somewhat,
Relieved
yes,
that you
Now
got it
that-
out. Because
yeah.
it's not a big build up on your shoulders anymore.
Yeah, and it's not just like in your head as much and stuff like that.
Yeah. The minute because in your head you're overthinking everything and you're making it so big in your head. The minute you let it out to someone and they say, you know what, like what you're feeling is normal, or you know what, I'm here for you, it makes you feel so much better.
Yeah.
To know that you're like not alone, or that you don't have to go through it alone.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and like you overthink the situation so much, and like you overthink life. Like, there's been countless times, I'm pretty sure it's also happened to you, where you're just lying in bed, right, and you're just thinking like, I'm not gonna go anywhere in life. Like, you just have those moments where you feel like, because you're so like in that moment, you're so demotivated for life that you just feel like life's going nowhere for you.
Yeah.
But like, that's not true. Like, we're still so young. We have so much out there for us. We have so many opportunities out there for us. So many people we haven't met. So many like
Places you haven't gone.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so much more than just this.
Yeah.
And like that's what we need to like think about more, instead of just thinking, oh no, like I have nothing on me for life. Like it's really not true. I believe we are all here on this world, on this earth, for a purpose. Each and every single one of us living is alive for a reason. You might not know your reason, but you will soon. No, those are just like the quotes I believe in, like trust the process and everything happens for a reason. Every bad situation that happens in your life, just saying something good happens in your life, it's happening for a reason. Something bad's happening in life, it's happening for a reason. It's not just happening to you because life hates you. You know, like just saying you're going for a job interview or you're getting a job, you get fired or you don't get the job. Don't look at it as like, oh god, now I don't have a job. Take it as an opportunity.
Think that denying of a job to you, right, is like the stepping stone for your next job,
Exactly.
for what could be the most successful step in your career.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you leave a job or you get fired from a job or you get denied from a job, take that as an opportunity that there's something actually better out there for you. Because I could go to, let's say I'm gonna go for an interview at a coffee shop and I don't get the job and I'm so bummed about it. I'm like, shit, like that was the only interview I had, that was my only option of getting a job. Now I need to look again. Down the line I might get an amazing job offer somewhere at some big fancy restaurant or whatever, and then will be much better in this coffee shop, because if I got that coffee shop job I wouldn't have known about this.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that's why you must take every bad situation in life and look at the positives about it, even though I'm being very hypocritical about that, because
that's also another thing. People who are in a bad headspace are always hypocritical, because they
say one thing and then they're like,
they
but
say,
like we want to believe what we say though.
They say to everyone else, they say all the best advice, right, about like you need to look up because there's so much coming your way or whatever. But then the minute it's like the situation is happening to like that person
You don't listen to
themselves,
your own advice.
it's like, no.
Like you need to listen to your own advice. Like I need to start listening to myself. Like every bad thing that happens in your life, just take it as an opportunity. Like that's a life lesson you guys need to do. Take home with you today. Is that every little thing happening in your life is an opportunity.
Fact.
Even though it doesn't seem like it,
It is.
it is. Like just trust the process.
Okay, so another thing regarding mental health and in the realm of that, I feel like is something that is definitely not spoken about.
No.
It's nowhere to be fucking seen. But it's like the decline of your
Hygiene.
personal hygiene when you're in such a bad headspace. Because I don't know about anyone else, but when I'm in a bad headspace, or if I'm having like a couple of days where my mental health is just not the best,
Oh damn.
then oh my god,
Couple
then if I'm having a couple of days where my mental health isn't the best and I'm just not in the right headspace, then I will want to do nothing but just lie in bed. I won't brush my teeth, I won't go shower. Like getting up is a fat mission.
You know, like even if you need to go pee, the amount of times where I needed to pee, I'm like, I'm not getting up.
Yes, because you just don't have the energy to
Get up.
You don't
Like-
have the emotional and the physical energy to just do it.
And like this is the reality, guys. Like, and I'm pretty sure Kate and I are not the only ones experience. Like, I'm 100% positive that Kate and I are not the only ones experience it. I know plenty of you who actually, I'm pretty sure who do experience this. And like, when I was like that, when I'm in like bad headspace, when I don't want to do anything and don't want to get up, don't want to shower, don't want to brush my teeth, and I just want to stay in bed for like a week just by myself. Like I always say to myself, like, that's you know.
Yo,
And
you
then-
always think it's the grossest fucking thing
Yeah,
on
and then I was
planet Earth.
looking on TikTok and I was seeing all these videos on my For You page and about like mental health and like saying like they were sharing their personal experience about when they were in a bad headspace. They didn't get up, they didn't do shit. They literally did what I did. I'm like, oh, so like
You're not alone.
it's actually like people
such a normal
do
thing.
it.
Yeah.
And like if you didn't think people do it, people do it. That's what, when you're in a bad headspace, you are in a bad headspace and you don't want to do anything. And like you don't even want to like talk to anyone. Like even when like my mom comes to my room, I just give her like
Yes, I get
bland
oh my God.
answers. I'm
Yes.
just like,
Yes, no, 100%. When my parents come to my room and I'm in a bad mood, I just want them to get out. Even my sister or whatever, if something's happening and I just want to be alone, I will literally fucking shout at them to like, no, I won't shout, but like, I just want them to get out of my room because I want to be alone. I want to be in my own personal space.
You know, sometimes I take that personal. I'm just like, no, it's not you, it's me.
It's really not you. It's just I need to deal with this by myself, and I need to, because I'll get over it eventually, but I just need to
Right now.
deal with it right now.
Yeah. Like, you just don't want to have contact with anyone
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
So you just sit in your bed and watch movies or sleep. That's what I've been doing, like, I haven't, when I was by myself, like, when I wasn't with, like, with Kaden or friends or whatever, when I was by myself, I would sleep so much. And
Yeah.
like, I'd feel gross up. Like, like last week, I would go to bed. I usually go to bed at, like, 2.
Yeah.
Last week, I went to bed at, like, 8 for a few nights. I'm like, I don't know when last I went to bed at 8. Like, I usually go to, I think the last time I went to bed is when I was at 8 was when I was like 7 or something like that. And like, you just want to sleep as well because like, then you don't have to face any problems in life, you know.
Your appetite goes away. You
Your
just want to
appetite
sleep all
either
the
goes
time.
away or you like eat a shit ton.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, because I'm one of those people where if I'm feeling sad or something like that, I will find comfort in food. Like, I'm such an emotional eater. I don't know why I do it. I thought it was just me until like, yeah. But that's what I find I do. I'm either on the one side of the spectrum where I'm just not fucking hungry at all,
Or you just eat the whole house down.
Yes. And, it's,
Like,
and you end up feeling so shit about yourself, but it's so normal.
No, it is normal. And like, before this, like, I didn't think any of the shit that I did or coped with it.
You thought there was something wrong with you
It's
if
like,
you did
why
these
am I
things.
doing this or stuff like that? But it's actually so normal. It's like frightening. Like, it's not frightening, sorry, that was a very bad word to use. But like, it's just so normal that it needs to be normalized.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, ew, what the fuck? Like, why do you do this and why do you do that? Like, it's just what we do. It's not like we want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't want to go shower. It's not like we don't want to get up. It's not like we don't want to talk to people. It's just, your mind just takes over.
Yeah.
You know? And like, it's just something you need to just try get over and get through.
Yeah.
And like, you're obviously going to have bad days. Like, the last time you had a bad day is not going to be the last time you have a bad day. You're going to have bad days.
There's going to be so many. But there's also going to
Exactly.
be really good days.
But you survived all the bad days, so you're going to survive the other bad days.
And like I said, there's also going to be really good days where
Exactly.
you think
More
you know
good
what?
days than bad days.
Facts.
Yo, like, whenever I'm having a good day, like, I think back to my bad days, I'm like, yo, I was like in that bad of a headspace. And like, it's cool to see that like you've like overcome it after like a while. And even though you go back into that bad headspace and stuff like that. But it's normal. That's literally like our points that we want to get across. That's very normal. And that everyone experiences it.
Facts. Okay, so just to summarize what we spoke about today, it was the importance of mental health and stuff like that, and also that the certain things that we do during those bad times, or what we do when our head is like not in the best space, they are normal. You're not the only one going through it.
And you must always also remember, sorry, that like when you are having a bad headspace, there doesn't always have to be a reason to it.
Yes.
Like last week, like I didn't really have any reason to it. Like I was just having one of my episodes, you know.
You don't have to go through like a traumatic event to have a bad headspace.
Yeah.
If you're just feeling like
And
you're
that's
in a
what people
bad
need to understand. It's like, like, what's wrong? And they say like, I don't know what's wrong, or like nothing. They're like, okay, then why are you in a bad headspace?
Yeah.
That pisses me off so much.
There doesn't need to be a reason. If you just feel like your mental health is not the best at the moment, and your mind is
It's
just like
fine.
overthinking everything, no matter what it is, then that's fine. You're entitled to that. Like, you shouldn't have to justify yourself to anyone.
You know, you really don't. Like, if you're having a bad day, and
Bad
you're
day.
having, I was gonna say bad head day, I don't know why.
Bad day.
If you're having a bad day, then you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't justify it to anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we basically just wanted to tell you guys, that it's normal. You're not the only ones.
And you're gonna overcome it and go through it. And you
We
should
all-
have a great support system out there. And if you don't, me and Alex are here for you.
We don't judge. We
To be honest, me and Alex, I feel like we judge the least. Like, about anything. I swear to God, you could tell us that you murdered someone and I'd be like, why?
okay, no, that's a bit
Okay, no.
excessive.
Okay,
But like,
sorry.
we like you can literally talk to us about anything and we'll literally be there for you. And like, we're not people that go tell other people.
Yes. If
Like,
you tell me
tell-
something in confidence that I'm not, that's not coming out.
Yeah, like if you tell me something that you don't like talking about, I won't tell anyone. I'll be like, okay, cool, and I'll try like be there for you. I'll comfort you and Kaden.
Yeah.
Like that's just who we are. And like I feel like people don't think we are like that,
Yeah.
but we are like that. We're not bitches.
Facts.
I swear. We're probably like the...
We're
We're
no,
the
we're
most
we're
unproblematic duo out there.
we're not bitches or snitches.
No, shut the fuck
We're
up.
Nene.
We're unique.
We're unique.
We need to humble ourselves. No, we don't.
No, I don't know humble. I don't speak that language.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that that episode for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys missed us.
Please say you did, because I'll be sad if you didn't.
So yeah, bye.
Bye.